Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Spreadin the News. This is episode 39 here on March 26th. Welcome back. We have a little special guest here. As you guys can see, we've had this in the works for the last couple weeks. Super excited to have Masahiro Tanaka on the show with us. No, not Masahiro Tanaka. Playoff Tanaka, Gabe on Twitter. Gabe, what's happening, man?
What's going on, guys? I'm very happy to be on, talk some Yanks. I'm not Tanaka, like if you guys like figure that out by now, but I mean, I'm still very happy to be on. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it. This is really cool for us. So we've been really excited about this, and we're happy that we were finally able to get you on. We also got Brian here. Brian, what's going on, buddy?
This is awesome, man. Special episode. I'm excited to get going. We're less than a week from opening day. I'm excited to have Gabe here. For those who don't know, I think Gabe's the funniest follow on Yankee Twitter. I've told these guys that, so I'm excited to have you here, and I'm ready to go.
Danny, what's up, buddy?
So I'm doing great right now. Yankee baseball is less than a week away. I'm excited. Of course, I'm excited to have Gabe here as well. We've all said that. We are all excited. He is the best follow on Yankee Twitter. Go give him a follow. Playoff Tanaka.
Yeah, man.
Not
You
that he
guys are
needs a shout
gassing me
out,
up
but
too much, man. You're putting so much pressure on me, dude.
No
Jeez.
pressure.
Thank
This
you,
is,
though.
as Garrett Cole always says, pressure is privilege. Pressure is privilege.
Yeah, that's right.
Gabe, before we get going, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do on Twitter, and kind of who you are in the Yankee community?
Yeah, I mean, I just have a Twitter page called Playoff Tanaka, and I do some silly stuff. I do some, live Yankee tweets. I like to, edit stuff and whatnot. But, I'm just a Yankee fan like anyone else. I just want to see them win. And yeah, just like you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're right behind you and wanting to see them win. It's been too long. So hopefully,
Yeah.
hey, we got the season coming up this week. Super excited. This is our final episode before the season starts. We got a big rundown for everyone listening and or watching today, whether on YouTube or Spotify. So let's just jump right in. But before we get going into kind of our opening day content, we want to give a rundown on everything going on with Luis Severino right now. So let's talk about that a little bit. Luis Severino went down with another injury here before the season started up. And I was prepared, and my phone just turned off. But here it is. He has a low-grade right lat strain, is expected to begin the season on the IL. Clark Schmidt's in line to kind of take that place. Maybe Johnny Brito, who had 16 up, 16 down today. Super impressive start from him. I guess, Brian, let's start with you with Severino. I mean, what were your initial thoughts on this devastating news?
You guys know me. I'm definitely not surprised to hear about a Severino injury. No offense to him, but I feel like that's all we've been dealing with for the past few years with him. It's definitely a huge shot to the depth of the rotation. We already started talking about that last week with, Rodon and the other injuries. And now for Sevy to go down, it's not ideal at this time for the Yanks. He's going to be shut down for a week, they say. And like you said, the guys that fill in are young and unproven. So I'm not really sure how that's going to go. I guess we'll just have to wait and see is all we can do. And you mentioned Brito's good start today. How often can he do that? Probably not a lot in the big leagues, but we gotta hope this Sevy thing doesn't linger for a long time. I think that's the biggest thing that I think about with these Yankees when the Yankees like release injury news, because you never know how long guys are going to be out because they lie and they can be back. I think they said he could miss like 3 to 4 starts. So I don't know.
Gabe,
April doesn't mean April.
Yeah.
Gabe, what was your initial reaction when you heard the news?
Yeah, I mean, really, just like you guys, not overly surprised. I mean, you kind of unfortunately expect a Severino injury at this point, like to happen at some point. I mean, the dude's thrown 120 innings since 2018, so that's like 5 years now. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's been fantastic in that time. He's still one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball. But I'm happy they got ahead of it before it became anything like too big. If it's just, I think Brian Hoke said 3 to 4 starts, maybe even if it's a little bit more, him and Rodon come back around the same time, maybe early May. I think we could hold it down until then. But yeah.
Danny, what do you have? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off that, he's missing 3 to 4 starts. We know the Yankees don't really take April so super
Oh
seriously
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So like they'll wait these injuries out until May if they have to. Like they don't want to rush anybody back in April, especially because it's almost like an extended spring training. I mean, I think they kind of want to get more looks at Brito. They want to get more looks at Herman Schmidt. So obviously not that they want injuries, but I think they're going to use this to really look at guys, and because they still need a fifth starter. They don't really know who the fifth starter is. So maybe now that Brito's getting an opportunity, maybe he could fight his way into that fifth spot when the rotation is back and fully healthy. Yeah, it is a big blow. But like Gabe said, we expect it, or Brian said it too. We do expect it. He hasn't pitched a full season since 2018, and we kind of don't expect him to have 30 starts. So it's better that the injury happens now as opposed to later in the season when we're getting into playoff time. So hopefully he could get back. Don't rush him back, and he'll be good when we know he'll be good when he's back.
Yeah.
And 16 up, like I said, 16 up, 16 down for Brito, and like he looked super impressive today, and like. Obviously, like I know I can't speak for you guys, but I haven't had the chance to watch him at all just because obviously he hasn't been up. But like his changeup looked super deadly today. What did you guys see out of Brito? Like
I saw the same stuff. I was reading some stuff on him, and that's like what they say is like that's what you advertise with Brito. He sits like 94, 96 with the fastball, but his changeup is really what he does to get outs and uses it really well. I think he had a 54% ground ball rate in AAA last year, which is obviously really good. Keep the ball on the ground. The Yankees need some of that. Listen, he's 25. He's like, to the 27th Yankees prospect, so he's not like, this superstar type guy, but if he throws a lot of strikes and if he could pick up the slack during these injuries, I think, we'll take it. I don't expect him to be an ace out there, but I expect him to handle it. That's all I'm going to say, if he gets that fifth spot.
So let's go around the room a little bit and let's give a little panic meter on the Yankees rotation. Even if there is like if you don't have one, that's fine. But like, is there like a panic setting in for you guys, or is it kind of just like like you said, Gabe, and like you said, Danny, like it's April, not much to really worry about. Well, is there a panic meter for you guys?
I definitely wouldn't say panic. I mean, I think we're still in a good spot. Like Herman Schmidt, Burrito. We don't expect him to go six shutty out there every time they get the ball. But I mean, they're decent major league starters. They all have pretty good stuff. I mean, Burrito looked really good today, man. Like that sinker and like what he was saying, the changeup. Like I went to the prospect list and I couldn't believe that I think he was the 27th. Like I was like, what? So I'm excited to watch him. Like he's only 25 years old, but I think we'll be fine. And I mean, Rodon and Sevy, it's not long-term things. That's why I'm not concerned. But I mean, if anything's going to happen this season, if the Yankees are going to go far into the playoffs, they obviously need those guys. But it's the fact that it's just a short-term thing. I'm not too worried.
Yeah. It does suck that everyone kind of went down at the same time, but it is better at the beginning of the season. If we're getting into like late May, early June, and still a couple of these guys are out, then maybe we start to be like what the hell's going on? It's more serious than we thought. But coming into spring, I heard Johnny Burrito's name like a decent amount, kind of like it was a kind of a young guy that they seemed to be excited about. So, and I kind of read up on him and looked at what he had in minors and all that. And 25, I kind of got excited to watch him, and then they kind of barely used him in the spring. He had 3 games, 7 2/3 innings before today. But all we've been hearing is that he could. All I heard coming into spring is that he like was the 6th starter, 7th starter, and he had a chance to make it if there were injuries. And now I don't know if they expected it to ever get to that, but based on what he had today, obviously very short sample size, 2 ERA in 13 innings. That doesn't matter, but his stuff looked great. Changeup looked great. He has a good fastball. Higgy had some really nice things to say to him. I don't know if you guys heard during the game interview.
Mm-hmm.
Higgy had really nice things to say about him, and he looks electric on the mound. And yeah, we don't expect 7 scoreless, so to get us 5 solid innings, maybe. I think they could do that for 3 to 4 games while these injuries are happening.
Another thing I want to say about Brito too is with these injuries, I also saw his name being thrown around as like a guy that could, be given an opportunity based on need. And for him to go out there in his first start, maybe that's probably the biggest start of his career, even for him, even though it's in a spring training game, to go out there at 16 up, 16 down is pretty impressive. And, he knows he had to pitch really well to be talked about. So I liked a lot what I saw from him today.
Against some, major league hitters too.
Yeah.
Kirk was playing, Matt Chapman, Kiermaier, like, he looked good. He looked good.
Yeah, Blue Jays did have a few of their starters in the lineup today, so
Yeah.
to shut them down like that, that's huge. We don't like those guys much, so
Yeah, I'm not a Blue Jays guy.
I don't think any of us
definitely
Never
not a
claimed
Blue
to
Jays
be.
guy.
I don't think any
No.
of us are. Yeah, I was super impressed today. I think like after his first, I think he struck out the side in the first inning, and I was like, okay, I think we got something heating up a little bit here. So I was impressed with that. It remains to be seen whether or not the Yankees will make a move for a starting pitcher. I don't think they will make a move for a starting pitcher. I mean, we could see something within the next like 48 hours. With these roster finalizations, we might even get breaking news on some other things going on with the Yankees while we're recording. So that would be pretty cool. But I don't see them acquiring a starter. I don't think they need to yet. Like you guys said, like hopefully it's just a couple weeks as advertised, and if they need to, then you look into acquiring a pitcher later on.
There was kind of a thought that they might, because they sometimes like making late in spring moves right before the season starts.
Like
Trevino last year, they love doing that. I mean, I'm not ruling it out completely, but now we're 4 days away from opening day. Right? That's the math, 4 days. So I really don't see it in 4 days. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. So
I mean, we've said they're the best starting pitch. They are the best rotation in the league when they're healthy. So they're going to wait till May and get that best rotation back. They don't need to go out and trade anybody.
Yeah, so that remains to be seen. So I guess stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out on any type of trades on that front. But I guess moving on to Oswald Peraza. I want to, Gabe, me, Danny, and Brian have spoken about this already, just like in our basic Yankees group chat. Did you see the quote that Aaron Boone was saying about Peraza at all? That came out a couple days ago.
Yeah. I read the Empire Sports Media article about it like this morning. And yeah, it's a little surprising. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I mean, Aaron Boone is like a player's manager. He has been hyping up Aaron Hicks and IKF like they're Barry Bonds, So to hear him say anything negative is always a little surprising. He wasn't too hard on him. I think he said like his at-bats haven't looked great. But at the same time, like it's a little surprising for Aaron Boone to do that. He's like, a player's manager. You wonder what that's about. So yeah, what did you guys think?
I felt like my initial reaction, it was a weird time for him to pick when to be honest. Like you said, he's hyping up IKF and Aaron Hicks, but his 22-year-old supposed to be stud shortstop, he's saying he hasn't had good. He's being honest and saying he hasn't looked good and he's kind of been bad. So yeah, it's not too bad. Like you want your manager to be honest, but the fact he picked now to be honest of all times, it was kind of weird to me. I didn't love that. That was on the 22-year-old kid. Couldn't have been good for him, but
it just felt like untimely, just like not like if he was saying that during the season, like then I guess I would understand, like because you got to be honest, but like now during spring, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, especially like you said, Gabe, like he hypes up Hicks, he hyped up Hicks all year last year. He hyped up IKF all year last year, even coming into the spring, and even now, like he's hyping up Donaldson, like. I don't know how you feel about
Donaldson a lot.
Yeah, like Danny's been saying for months now, like Donaldson bounce back year. So,
dude, I might be on the Donaldson bounce back year train.
Let's go, let's go, dude, bounce back year. They've been shitting on me for saying that for weeks now.
Dude, I was like the #1 Donaldson hater online, but dude, he's hitting the ball hard again, and he's hitting it in the air. If like he seriously made like an adjustment or whatever, like. I mean, I don't know. I think there could still be something left in his bat. Maybe not close to 2021 Donaldson, but like 115 OPS plus. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think he's got more in the tank. I'm on the resurgence.
Yeah, I was like the biggest Donaldson fan before he was a Yankee, and as like now as a Yankee, I hated him. But and although yes, I have been like on Danny's case about that. But seeing Boone predict a good year from Donaldson, he's not just saying that. So I do. He said that on Talking Yanks today. So I'm honestly back on the train with you guys. Like, he's not going to say that if he doesn't really believe it. He could have said a lot of things. He could dance around the question for him to pick out, be like, JD's going to have a good year. And we know Boone, like, as much as, people make fun of him and stuff, he's right about those things. So if we can get anything from Donaldson, I think it could be huge.
Yeah, does anyone 115 have OPS plus? That's like a perfect spot for him to have that bounce back year right around there.
Does anyone have Donaldson's spring numbers up by any chance?
I can get them up.
Not on me.
I was just looking at him yesterday, though.
I think I saw that.
His OPS is okay. I'm gonna try to remember. I think it's like 916.
Yeah, his OPS is 917.
Did I get that right?
He's hitting
916,
917, so you were way off. But he's
So close.
in the last couple of games. He's hitting bombs. I love it.
Yeah.
Some Donaldson pimp jobs in spring training. And we know we've talked about Donaldson before and how he loves hitting. He's a hitting fanatic. He loves talking about hitting. He loves the mechanics of hitting. So I don't think he went into the offseason having last year without making any adjustments. I think he definitely made adjustments. And if he could put that on the field, let's go.
You can see the adjustments.
You can see it. Different. Like he looks a lot different.
Yeah, he's like I noticed it. Like I feel like the first game that he like kind of started doing it, I noticed it and I was like, wait a minute, he's like kind of standing upright because normally, he's like crouching pretty low. So I was like, and then I think he hit a home run that game and I was like, wait a minute, I think we might have something here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the way that Donaldson's been playing, I think I saw he's like the fourth highest OPS on the Yankees roster this spring. So I don't know. I guess I can't rule out a Donaldson bounce back until I actually see it. See that he doesn't have a bounce back is what I meant to say. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Josh Donaldson. But speaking of Donaldson, I guess that can lead us right into our next point of opening day lineups. So last week we kind of gave a little feeler for what we were gonna do with our opening day lineup. What we thought at that point. Now I kind of want to give our official predictions. Gabe, I don't know if this is going to be an official prediction for you, just because obviously, things could change. I don't know if you have other, shows going on later in the week, but I want to go around the room and give our official predictions, and then I want you to obviously give us your prediction at the moment.
Cool.
So, Danny, why don't you start us off with your lineup prediction from 1 through 9, and then we can kind of dissect that a little bit.
All right. Well, Anthony Volpe is making the team. He's making the goddamn team. He's leading off for the New York Yankees on opening day. Youngest player to make an opening day start for the Yankees since Derek Jeter. Want to go? I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I want to go a little kind of bold because even if he is on the team, I don't know how likely he leads off, but he's leading off. And then I think they're going to put Judge in center for opening day. I know they don't really want to do that, but I think to get their best opening day lineup, they might have to. I think they want Donaldson in the lineup. They want DJ in the lineup. They want all these guys in the lineup. And to get them in the lineup, you need Judge in center. Rizzo, Stanton in right. DJ, I think, will bat 5. I love DJ in the 5 spot. That's like my favorite spot for him, even more lead off. So if we could have Volpe leading off and have DJ in the 5 spot, that'd be great. I think Glaber. We'll have Cabrera. You know what? Yeah, Glaber and then Donaldson. I think he'll play third. Glaber will be at second. DJ will be the DH, keep him off his feet, keep him healthy a little bit. Then Trevino and Cabrera rounding out the order. Probably Cabrera at 8, Trevino 9. And I love that lineup. We've been talking like the lineup might scare us a little bit, but I love that lineup looking at it. Love it. Especially because Donaldson bounced back here. So
yeah. I think our lineups are pretty similar. I don't have exactly your line. I guess I'll go next since I'm already talking about it. But my lineup, I have DJ leading off and playing second base on opening day. Big year for DJ. I'm super excited to have him back. Judge, I also have him in center, Danny. You and I have been speaking over the last couple of weeks saying that, we don't see Judge playing a lot in center this year, but, the way that things have kind of shaped up over the last couple of weeks, maybe it is more of a reality than we thought.
He wants to do it, too.
Yeah. Then I have Rizzo, obviously, and then I have Stanton hitting cleanup in right field. And then I have Volpe in the 5 hole, Volpe at short.
5 hole.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know. I do think Volpe's going to make the roster. That's my official prediction. We've been saying for weeks now, our answers might change over the next couple episodes. I think Volpe's making the roster. I think he's done everything that he could to do it. Like Brian said a couple episodes ago, all he needed to do was just surprise everyone, and he did just that. So I think he's going to make the roster. 6, Donaldson. 7, Glaber DHing, 8, Oswaldo Cabrera in left, and Trevino rounding out the order. Catching, Gabe, you tweeted a similar lineup this morning. I saw, and I think you had Donaldson hitting, I think 7th, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Whatever it was, I think you said this is the perfect lineup.
Oh yeah,
but
let's see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I have Donaldson. I had him 7. At least this is what I thought that they would do.
Yeah.
But it changed a little bit.
Yeah. Why don't you take us through your official lineup prediction?
Okay. All right. So this is what I think the Yankees will do. This is my predict. This isn't necessarily what I would do, but I think they're gonna go DJ. I'm pretty sure Boone I think he said he's gonna lead off. So DJ one at second base, Judge two center field, Rizzo three first base, Stanton four right field.
Mm.
I think they're gonna go Donaldson five / Glaber six. They could flip flop. Doesn't really matter. Donaldson a third, Glaber DH. Then I think they're gonna go Oswaldo seven, Trevino eight, and I think they're gonna go Volpe nine.
Wow.
Did he say that DJ's gonna lead
That's
off? I must have
literally
missed that.
yes. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I
Boone,
had.
Boone said.
He
Is
did
that
say that.
exactly
All right,
what you
so
had?
Dave just stole my exact lineup.
Oh my god, that's
But
that's so funny.
yes, because Boone did say on Talking Yanks that DJ's gonna lead off opening
I
day.
didn't listen to that yet.
And I also think so. When I was making mine, it was kind of hard. Like I had three different ones because obviously the infield logjam, like to get everybody in and who's gonna DH, and then Stan playing right, I think is like the only way to like make it work to get everybody out there opening day. So again, I had the same thing. I think I had DJ DHing instead of Glaber, but again, like that's kind of really like it doesn't matter. But yeah, I have the exact same things. I think really Stan has to play right if they want it to work. And Boone also said that he likes when Stan plays the outfield. He thinks it keeps him healthy and it keeps him like, I don't know. He's that Stanton likes it to do it. So he's gonna try to do that as much as they can. We'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, I had the same thing.
So my bad. I did not see that Boone said DJ was leading off. So put DJ in the lead off, move Volpe down. But point is, Volpe's making the roster.
So
Yeah.
Brian and Gabe, you both had Volpe hitting ninth. What was kind of your process behind that?
I don't know. I mean, hearing Boone talk about it, I don't remember where I heard him talk about it, but he said like something about like wanting to have Volpe lower in the order. Maybe not nine, but they did that with Glaber in 2018 for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they might do that just like to ease him in, kind of double leadoff action. Volpe's super fast, but I mean, I'd want him to move up in the lineup like very fast, like within like if he's hitting well within the next couple of days. Because I mean, I think he's kind of the ideal leadoff hitter.
Yeah, I the Yankees do love doing that with their young guys, putting them down in the order. I mean, Judge was batting eighth when he first came up, and for a little while he was batting eighth, even when he was tearing up the league. I think it took him like a month or two to get up in the order, but yeah, the Yankees definitely like putting their young guys at the bottom of the lineup, kind of ease them in there. So,
Brian, I assume you had the same kind of ideology there.
Yeah, I think they also like to make guys earn it. I don't think they want Volpe's first big league game him to lead off. I think like that they view that as something that kind of they want to be earned, and they also I think they just like DJ there, and he already said that. And again, if Volpe's not leading off, like I think ninth or like somewhere at the end of the order makes more sense than like I don't know wherever else he would be.
I just think it's crazy that we've even gotten to this point where Volpe has a chance to even make the roster. So Gabe, just like for some perspective for you, like me and Danny had an episode. Brian couldn't make the episode, but we had an episode about like a month ago, Danny, right?
Yeah, it was right before spring training started.
Right before spring training started, and I was like, Danny, do you think there's any scenario where Volpe can make the opening day roster? And Danny was like there's no scenario, like no matter how well he plays. And I agreed with him. And I just think it's like crazy that we're at this point, like the week of opening day, and that he's got a chance to make the roster. Like
Man,
it's hard to believe.
It's crazy. Like we kind of like he's done exactly like we were like he would have to tear it up. Like he'd have to go crazy. I mean, he's literally been like the storyline of spring training since it started. I think I said at the beginning, I said like 5 to 10% chance. I was like he'd have to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mean, dude, like he's him. Like Volpe, like he I think he's gonna be an absolute star, man. Like he just screams superstar in New York.
He's got that feeling. He's got that confidence to him too. Loves like
yeah.
He looks
oh my
great.
god. Yeah. He's got the work ethic. Yeah.
Yeah. That story we bring up the story of him leaving his dad's house in the middle of the night to go to Tampa when he was supposed to take a month off.
That's right. I think I saw it. The night.
And his dad called him like, "Where the hell are you going?" He's like, "I'm going to Tampa. I got to work out. I got a chance to make the team." Love that.
So sick. I love it. So what do you guys think they do with Peraza then? Like,
that's the question. I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know if you guys have anything. I have no idea. Like I did write like the bench here. I have him starting the year on the bench, and I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like he can't go back to AAA. I don't know.
don't know. I think he's gonna start in AAA. Like if I had to put money on it, which like
Wow.
really sucks for him because he was awesome last year. In like his 20 game sample or whatever, but he was really good. But if I had to guess, I mean, I don't know if they have room. I mean, I'd have to write it out, but I don't know with Donaldson unless like an IKF trade,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, man. I think he's gonna start in AAA.
In
The
order for
only
Volpe and
way,
Peraza to both be on the opening day roster, they got to get rid of like IK. They have to get rid of IKF
Yeah,
or,
which
or
like
Glaber.
or Glaber. But I mean,
or Glaber, yeah.
I mean,
Which I don't think they're gonna trade Glaber.
yeah, no, I don't think they'll do that right now. Maybe closer to the deadline, but
I hope they don't. Gabe, do you see like a scenario where they do trade Glaber? Like you said, you hope they don't. Like,
I thought that they might a couple months ago. Like I was scared that they were gonna trade him for like a left fielder or something and like overpay because I mean Glaber's like he's still a pretty good hitter. Like I like him a lot.
yeah,
But I don't think at this point, like I'd be pretty shocked. I think it's more likely that they trade Peraza. You know, his value is pretty high right now. And
yeah,
like, Peraza for him to be at his peak value needs to play shortstop because he's so good defensively. He has
yeah.
a fantastic arm. Like if you stick him at second base, he's not getting his as much value as he could. And I think they like Volpe at short a lot. So I don't know. I think Peraza may end up getting traded at some point.
yeah, and also kind of like the quote that Boone came out and said. Maybe he's kind of saying that. So when they do send Peraza down to AAA, he was like, well, we wanted to get him work on those mechanics. He brought up mechanics in his quote, so maybe that's like an excuse to send him down to get him more work or whatever. So it's not as it toughens the blow of the fans when Peraza's not on the opening day roster, maybe, or like Gabe said, a trade could be happening. But they can't all be on the team right now. Cannot all be on the team.
I'm trying to think right now, like on the fly. Is there like a possibility that we could see Glaber, Peraza, and Volpe all in the same lineup? And there's no way, right?
There would have to be like injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. Like I think if you're putting Peraza at second, I feel like it's almost like a disservice to his value, like you said, Gabe.
He's great defensively.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see. I don't know, Danny. I think you said last week that we might see Volpe at second at some point, right? Obviously,
That was
like,
kind of always like the vibe around the organization that Volpe would eventually move to second and Peraza would play short, but that was coming up through the ranks. Now I think they do love Volpe at shortstop, so I don't think they want to do that, especially right now, unless it's they've hands forced later in the season, maybe. But I think right now they like Volpe at shortstop.
well, let's just say that I'm glad I'm not in the front office making that decision because that's a super big decision to make, not one that I would want to be in charge of. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can move on to the next topic with the Yankees record. So the Yankees line right now is at 94.5. I think that was from DraftKings. Where do we see them standing at the end of the year when it's all said and done?
Who wants to take it? Should I take it?
Yeah, take us home.
Yeah, sure.
All right. 94.5 almost seems low with, we won 99 games last year and what the roster is supposed to be. So that's when you take the under. But, I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm going to say they're going to win 98 games this year. They're going to get through April. They're going to get their healthy team back, and they're going to be good. They're going to win 98 games. They're going to win their division. They're going to battle it out for the American League yet again. I'm sure the Astros will probably be on top of them, like always, but I think 98 games is kind of like where I have them at, 96 to 98 in that range.
I had 96. I think I don't think they'll obviously repeat last year. And I think based on how this month goes and the injuries, I have them 96 wins. I said first in the division because of course I'm going to say that. Like I want to believe it. So yeah, that's right.
What about you, Gabe?
I do think this is a better team than last year. And, last year they won 99 games. But, like, a lot of that first half, like, it was a little bit, yeah. Like, it wasn't all real, like, Fugazi a little bit, you know what I mean? But, like, Matt Carpenter, like, that magic and all that. I don't know. I'd say, like, the same as you guys. I think between, like, 96 and, like, 100 wins, I'd say. Around there.
I have them at 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're all like in the same kind of ballpark. I guess we all have the over, so why don't we all just hammer the over on
Yeah, really.
their
Yeah,
wins?
yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
But
Get on FanDuel or something.
I have a lock of the year coming up though, so
do you?
Yeah.
Later on during over unders
Yeah.
or just in general?
no, the next one, the next segment.
Okay. Okay. I'm interested to see that. But yeah, I feel like 94.5 is like a little low. Am I in the minority there?
Well,
I
but
think-
that's
yeah, I
kind
feel
of what
like-
betting lines are. Like
I
they're
think it's
gonna be.
fair. I mean,
I
they
don't
know,
know.
like they want you to take.
Wait, are the Yankees projected to win the division, or is it the Rays?
Yeah,
Tampa?
they have the highest win total in their division, projected win total.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Their line is the highest.
Who's second, Tampa or Toronto?
Toronto. I think the Blue Jays.
Damn, I feel like Tampa's better than Toronto.
Yeah,
I
think
Tampa's really
Tampa's
good.
gonna be second place.
Yeah, me too.
Really? Okay, so let's
Yeah,
talk about
Their
that.
pitching is awesome, dude. Their
I also
pitching
think
is
the
so
Blue Jays
good.
got worse. I think the Blue Jays got worse.
Yeah, dude, like the Blue Jays are a very good team. Like their lineup is sick, but like their rotation, like after Manoa and Gosman Manoa, is very shaky, man. Like Barrios was obviously horrible last year. We just saw him get
Maybe the worst.
destroyed in the WBC.
He's terrible.
I don't know. They're still very good. So like, I don't know. Kikuchi has had a great spring. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much Blue Jays.
Yeah.
It's not a Blue Jays pod, but it does have to do with the Yankees.
Yeah.
We've seen them a lot, and we don't like them at all.
So
No,
Gabe,
not an Alec Manoa stan. Never have
No,
been.
definitely
Oh.
not.
No, none of us. I don't think anyone is. I saw someone tweeted today, like, what are they feeding him? Because
He looks
there's
gigantic.
I saw that too.
was it
Big dude.
that wasn't you, was it, Gabe? That you tweeted that picture?
No.
of-
I didn't say that.
I don't know who it was, but someone tweeted, "What are they feeding him?" And he looked
Yeah, I saw that.
absolutely ginormous. It was hilarious.
He's a
Um,
big dude, man. I mean, that just like works for some bit. Like look at CeCe, man. Like
Yeah.
just works for some pitchers.
And I mean, it is almost fun that they buy into the rivalry. You know, the Yankees Red Sox rivalry isn't. I mean, the Red Sox stink right now, so Blue Jays. I feel like a lot of their players are trying to make a big rivalry with the Yankees based on what they say. You know, Vlad saying the easiest team to play is the Yankees, which is
I've
weird.
been saying this, and I don't really think it's a hot take, although a lot of people think it is. Like I have way more negative feelings towards Toronto right now than the Red Sox. Like I
Yes,
think
definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
easily.
Definitely. They're my most
Yeah.
hated team right now.
No,
Me too.
and like
I
I
hate
kind of, dude. Like I also kind of like the shit talk that Vlad does and all that. Like I kind of
Yeah.
like it because it I like a good rivalry and like when the Yankees. I mean, I think the games I'm gonna be circling for this year are against the Blue Jays. Like those are gonna be awesome. You know,
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
Definitely gonna try to get to one at the stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, for sure.
Danny, we got those new dimensions in Toronto.
Yeah.
Should be super interesting. Toronto brought in their outfield like a lot. Their center field.
Their center
was,
field
what,
is 397, but their left field wall is higher now. So it's
Really?
they changed up their stadium a lot, like a decent amount.
It's gonna be fun. I think you're gonna see a lot of bad blood this year. I think it's gonna be a fun year for Yankees Blue Jays. But I'm pretty surprised to hear that you guys have the Rays finishing second in the AL East. So let's talk about the AL East, or I guess our final AL East standing. So I think we can all agree that we have the Yankees finishing first, right? So we could just
Oh yeah,
get that out of the way.
you got to.
Yeah.
Different than last year. We didn't have that coming into last year.
So Brian, I know they have the Rays second. Do you have the Rays second too, or do you have the Blue Jays?
I think it's really close. I do, like I just said before, I think the Blue Jays got a little worse, and I think the Rays pitching is really good, and that's what counts at the end and makes a team. That's the difference between wins and losses at the end. So I kind of am going to agree. It might be by like 1 or 2 games, but yeah, sure. I'll say the Rays finish second.
Do you see it like a close three-way race? Do you guys see it as a close
Yes,
three-way
definitely.
race?
I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very close.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun all season. Close division race.
Especially
Yeah.
with like this new thing now where like everyone's playing everybody. So like there's less division games. So it's like it's gonna be super competitive. Like every game.
Oh my god,
matter.
dude. The division games are gonna mean so much. Like when we played Toronto, dude, we're gonna get a brawl this year. Yankees, Blue Jays. That's my prediction.
100%.
Hot take
Yeah.
right there. We're getting a brawl. That's his
Yeah.
prediction.
No. Yeah. I feel pretty confident in that. Like.
Yeah. And not just like a
that'd be cool.
benches clearing, just yelling at each other.
No,
like a
no,
brawl.
bro.
A brawl.
Not one of those. Not one of when they just like stand around. Those suck.
Yeah,
Like we
those
got a
suck.
couple of those last year. Like we're getting some punches thrown.
Love it.
It'll be when Manoa's on the mound. That's for sure.
Definitely.
I mean,
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
every-
Manoa versus Sevi. If like
Manoa
when
versus-
Sevi's
yep.
back,
Ooh,
dude.
I like that.
It's gonna be
I like
pretty
that.
sick.
We're gonna have to come back to that if that happens. We're gonna have to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun rivalry this year. I mean, the Yankees hate Manoah. Like every time they face each other, Manoah hates us. I mean, it's rent free pretty much with him. So yeah, and then obviously I assume you guys have. I have the Orioles fourth and the Red Sox fifth. I
So
don't know where you guys stand on that.
I have them flipped. I think the
They're
Orioles.
close. They're close.
They're definitely close. They're definitely closely not good, but I don't think the Orioles did enough. I mean, they had a magical season last year, and it's crazy to say magical when they won 83 games. But like they did for their standards, they did have a magical year, and they kind of didn't do much to help out and get better. They didn't really, people thought they were going to be spenders and get players, but they really didn't. So I think the Red Sox are going to be slightly better than people think, and I think the Orioles are going to be worse than people think. So I got the Red Sox 4.
We just got an interesting tweet from Brian Hoke that Anthony Volpe is getting hugs on the field and just took a very happy photo with his parents.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yo.
No way! Hey,
What
man, there's no way.
how do we feel about that? You guys put any stock into that or?
Dan Rourke.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. It's happening, dude.
I
Oh my
think
God,
it's
is it
gonna
happening?
happen too.
He's now taking pictures on the field with his mom.
Oh,
Joel
and-
Sherman tweeting about it now.
Wait, I didn't even see this. This was almost an hour ago that Volpe's gonna be in the Yankees lineup again.
In the
tomorrow.
lineup tomorrow. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He did. Volpe so made the team, dude.
Yeah,
Had to.
I agree. I think that might be it right there.
Wow.
Dude, hugs and family photos? Come on.
Yeah,
He
come
had to
on,
have been
dude.
the
Yeah.
team.
Like, let's be real.
That's- you don't
I
just
can't-
take happy family pictures for nothing.
Yeah, like we were just saying, like I can't believe we made it to this point where he's gonna make the roster because like I genuinely thought there was no chance. So yeah, pretty wild, pretty wild.
I mean,
Hugs and very happy photo. Very happy photo. Is how
Very.
Brian-
So
All
many
right, so-
smiles in that photo.
can we use it? Like we were hoping that we would get news coming in. Can we use this as that, or is it
No.
not official?
Yeah,
Yet?
people are reacting like it.
Yeah.
I think it's going down.
So can we react yet, or
No, not fully. Not fully. Like
Not fully.
80%.
a little excitement, a little bit.
We have a little slight that way though. Little lean. Anyways, hopefully we get some official news within the next 15-20 minutes. I don't know, we'll see, but
That'd be cool.
that would be really cool. Where were we? What were we talking about? We were talking about
AL East. The
the AL East. Brian, do you have anything to say? I don't mean
No, I think same thing. I think the Red Sox and the Orioles will finish at the bottom of it, and I mean, I hope we win. It's gonna be a close 3-0 race. That's all I got.
it's almost kind of upsetting to me that I feel like the Yankees Red Sox rivalry is kind of dying in a way. Like it'll obviously never die, but it will come back as like when both teams are competitive. But like last year there was no rivalry between the Yankees and Red Sox. Like at least for me, that's kind of how I felt. So
Yeah.
hopefully, like I'm kind of hoping like for baseball's sake that like the Red Sox are kind of competitive this year, just so we can see a little rivalry like that kind of come back.
2021, I kind of felt it a little bit when we were both competing for the wild card spot, and then they beat us in the wild card game. I've kind of felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it then. I went to a game in Fenway, the series in September, late September, Yankees in Fenway. It was nuts. Like people were loud. It felt like a rivalry game. Yankees swept them that series. That was the Stanton Grand Slam at Fenway.
That's
I
like
definitely felt it that season a little bit.
That's
That
definitely
was
like one of
awesome,
my
man.
favorite Yankee moments ever. Like that
Yep.
Stanton Grand
Oh,
Slam.
yeah.
So I was at the game before that, but the next day I was at a Boston like restaurant bar thing, and when Stanton hit the home run, the Grand Slam, everybody was silent. Me and my cousins were going crazy at our table, and everybody was silent.
That's awesome. Hopefully we get more of that this year. Maybe we all need to take a trip to Toronto this year.
Yeah, let's go.
Anyways, now we can move on to I guess our over under speed run that we were gonna do. We have a couple props here that we found. Brian, you were super excited about this before, like you said 10 minutes ago. Do you want to just take us through your prop that you were excited for?
You want me to do this one first?
Yeah, go
I lock
for it.
here first.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Stanton's home run line is set at 28.5. To me, that is criminally low. Like I'm taking the over on that so hard. I mean, okay, obviously the reason why it's that low is because they expect him to get hurt, which is just like, how can you really make a line like that? But I guess when he's getting hurt that often, I guess that's what they're doing. But if Stanton plays like the majority of the games, he's totally going for 30 home runs. Like, am I alone in this? Like 28 is so low to me. Like that's my lock is over 20.5 Stanton homers. Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm hammering the over on that too. I think obviously these are all, assuming that these guys are healthy. So like if he is going to be healthy, 28.5 is criminally low, like you said.
Even not healthy, we've seen him get above 28 and a half.
Exactly.
Last year he wasn't healthy and he got above 28.
Exactly. Yeah,
He
I
played-
I would definitely take the over on that.
He
Easy.
played in 110 games last year and hit 31. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also like when he's playing the field, like we expect him to play the field a little bit more this year. Like he looks more comfortable out there at the plate. Might see a little bounce back year from Stanton this year. Super excited for that.
Yo, guys. I'm like
Uh-oh.
95% sure Volpe has made the opening day roster.
What
Oh
happened?
my God.
What happened?
Where are you seeing that?
Yeah. I'm like 99% sure now because it says he made the opening day roster.
Oh yeah.
Brendan
shit.
Cuddy.
Holy shit,
Dude.
Jeff Passan.
Let's
There it
fucking
is.
go.
Jeff Passan tweeted?
Wow,
Oh my
look at
God.
that.
Perfect. Let's go. We got it on here.
We got it live.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Let's go.
Gabe, I know
I'm good luck, dude. I'm good luck.
I know you are.
Gabe, I know you're super prominent in the Yankees Twitter world, so if you feel the need to put your phone down and just tweet out a bunch of shit, feel free, go for it.
No, I
You're already
can
on it.
vote
Look
for
at I see you, Gabe.
He's
that.
already
Yeah, you
on
see me
it.
out, bro. I'm already tweeting, bro.
That's awesome,
yo,
bro.
yo, the vibes are unbelievable.
Oh, that's awesome.
2020.
World Series.
Yeah, World Series. That's awesome, bro.
World Series is officially on for 23. This is great.
Wow. I mean, so Gabe,
Yo,
what do
here
you
we
think?
go. What did I said like 96 wins? 104.
Yeah.
Yeah, 104.
Who's up to win?
125. How about that? 125
Yeah.
wins this year.
We're going for 162 and 0. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's crazy. We were hoping for that news. I
We
kind
gotta
of wish
tweet some out
I had a
too.
feeling.
I kind of wish we didn't get that photo tweet from Hoke though. I feel like we kind of knew it was coming. I wish we kind of had that.
Yeah, I
blind-
wish we just got the passing bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So,
Wow.
wow, that's insane.
Live reaction. Gabe, how you feeling? Anthony
Dude, this
Volpe.
is the happiest I've been since like I don't know, like since we came back against the Astros last year
Yeah.
in the Hicks game.
It's been that long.
No, this is awesome, dude. This is like thank you to the Yankees front office
Yeah,
for giving us something.
absolutely. They didn't
Especially-
dance around it after the game. Love it. Love it.
Especially, I saw today that I think they had until April 14th, I think it was. If they held him out until April 14th, then he would have gotten an extra year of control. So, a really big decision on the Yankees' part for making that move and losing that extra year of control. So, this is going to be wild. I mean, Volpe in the Bronx. So, I mean, we were just talking. I guess now it's between that 5. I think there's a chance he might get 5. I said he was going to get 5. You guys still he'll be 9th. So super interested to see that now that we officially know he's going to make the roster.
I really want a number switch. Let me tell you that. I think that's the first thing that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
You know, like he's carrying Clint Frazier's legacy on.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Like, no,
Who's
I don't.
wait. Who's Clint Frazier?
Excuse me.
Jackson.
No, he switched back to
Jackson.
Clint.
He switched back to Clint.
No,
he switched
no
back to
way.
Dude.
Yeah,
On
he did.
MLB The Show, his card is Jackson Frazier.
No way.
switched
Yeah.
back.
I'm pretty sure I
Wait,
think he
time out,
switched
time
back
out,
to
time
Clint. He's back to Clint.
Yes.
Does his Twitter bio still say Scranton Rail Riders?
Yeah, I think it
Oh my god, dude. Scranton Rail Riders forever. That's so sad.
That's insane. Yeah,
Oh my
hopefully
god.
any number predictions? I mean, do you guys think he'll take 77? I hope not.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
Yo, 0, number 0.
Get 0 away from Herman.
Isn't
Get
Herman
0.
zero?
Yeah, bro.
though?
Oh, bro. That's a fact. We can't let Herman and Volpe have worn the same number. That's like bad luck.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
13,
All right.
13 is open. Oh.
Oh,
13 is sick, dude. 13 is sick.
13 would be sick. That
Oh my
13 would be
God.
sick.
Does Volpe? But Volpe's like all class though. You think he would take 13?
Of course. Oh,
From
Gallo
Gallo?
already took it. It's already disgraced.
Yeah,
He should
Gallo
take
took it,
back.
man. It's
Yeah, I-
disgrace.
I guess you got a good point. It's disgrace of a number now. It's a disgrace of a number now.
I think if betting odds on that, I think that should be the favorite. 13 would be sick on.
I love 13.
Hey, well,
And then-
our line we were about to bring up was whoever our shortstop is over or under 20 and a half home runs. Volpe over under 20 and a half home
over.
runs.
I'm taking the over. I'm taking the
All
over.
right, well, now I got to take the over.
Yeah, I was gonna take the under when we didn't know the
Yeah,
shortstop,
me
but
too.
Volpe over.
Yeah, baby.
So Brian, your Volpe Rookie of the Year bet's looking pretty good right now, huh?
Yeah, that was a month ago. Feeling
I
good
still
about it
have my
now.
Peraza
Full
Rookie
season
of the
of
Year
him.
bet.
Brian, what'd you get his odds at? Just out of curiosity.
Plus 1,000.
Oh my God, that probably just shot up like a freaking rocket.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
That's awesome, man. I'm super happy we got that as a live reaction. So now we have Arson Judge and we have Anthony Volpe making the roster. That's pretty
my
incredible.
God.
We got to when stuff's coming down to the wire, we just got to get on and it'll happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. Anyways, awesome. We can keep going through these lines if you guys want to keep going. Unless you want to talk about Volpe, I'm all ears.
Yeah, we could do whatever, man. I'm just excited for Thursday.
Yeah, no, now.
I
I know.
may
Now
have to
I
go to
can't
the
wait
game.
for Thursday to come.
I may
Going-
have to go to the game.
Going to the game.
I'm going on
Thursday?
Saturday, I think.
Dude, I was gonna go on Saturday. I may have to go Thursday. I don't know, man. Volpe's debut.
It's gonna be expensive.
Pretty
Yeah,
pretty
bro,
incredible.
the tickets just went up so much. I should
Oh my
have
God,
gone.
yeah. I'm working Thursday. Not good.
Wait,
No, bro,
take off, man. You
You
can't.
gotta take off.
I might,
I've got
have to.
classes.
I might.
I'm
have
skipping
to.
class for it.
I'm going to be in South Carolina. Maybe I'll come back.
But I'm not going to my class during opening day.
Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not.
I did make that point though earlier, like at the beginning, that like all the top 5 prospects were going to start on the roster, like besides Volpe at that point. Like, you know, Jordan Walker made it yesterday and now Volpe, so they were all
Finally. He's
Okay,
not
wait.
getting the Jeter treatment.
Before we go through the rest of the lines, I got to ask you guys, how do you think it all went down with Cashman? Do you think he was like, all right, let's do it, or do you think he was like, I don't know, and like someone had to kind of persuade him?
I think Volpe made it so that they couldn't decide any other way.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think the front office really they were pushing for Peraza, but and the Boone and the coaching staff was like, I mean, Volpe literally gave them no choice, which is like hats off to him, man.
I think
He
the
was
front
phenomenal.
office deep down is like is pissed right now. The front office is pissed. They wanted the
Yeah,
service time with Volpe. That's crazy. You have a young stud coming up and you're pissed about it. But yeah, I think deep down they're not happy. They wanted Peraza, but Volpe literally forced their hand. Let's go.
Incredible. Anyways, let's keep going through these lines. And let's go Volpe. Let's go Volpe. DraftKings had Garrett Cole ERA at 3.14. I'll take the lead here. I felt that this line was a little low. I'm personally taking the over just because Garrett Cole, you know, has these blow up games. Last year I had him. I looked at my numbers for our predictions for 2022, and I had him at I think a 2.87 ERA.
Yeah, you went crazy with him last year. I remember that.
pretty big jump. Pretty big jump this year at a 3.14. I have the over. You know, we can expect those blow up games from him where he's given up, you know, 3 home runs in a game. That's not to say that he's gonna have a bad year. I think he's gonna have a top 3 Cy Young year. What do you guys think? What do you see from Garrett Cole this year? Over under?
I agree with you that it's going to be over 3.14. I think that's just hard to do. Last year, he was 4th and worst home runs per 9 behind like Barrios, Robbie Ray, and Urquidy. Like, that's his problem. If he keeps the ball in the ballpark, he'll be okay. But if he does that again, I think it'll be over 3.14. Not that he's going to have a bad year by any stretch. I do think he's going to strike a lot of guys out. Like, I think we're not doing that line, but I would take the over on that. He's still going to be Garrett Cole in that sense, but the ERA probably going to be a little higher than that.
Danny?
Yeah.
Or Gabe?
Oh yeah. You can go.
No, you go first because I want to hear if you're with them.
Okay. I'm taking the slight over, like 3.18 or something like that.
Okay.
Because he's still gonna give. He's still an elite pitcher, still the best pitcher in the Yankees, IMO. But he's still gonna give up a solid amount of home runs, even though he got a little bit unlucky with the home run ball last year. He still gives up a lot of home runs. Yeah, 3.18 ERA or whatever, still an awesome season, and he's gonna shove in the playoffs, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
So
Love that from you, Gabe.
So
I love
that's
that.
why I wanted you to go first because you guys are all over. I'm going under. He's under 3.14.
Cool.
He's going
Cool.
under. I'll come back to that later on as to why, and maybe in one of our later segments, I'll be talking about that a little bit more. But I'm going under 3.14. And it does seem a little low. It does seem low for him. I think people are going to want to go over, and being a better, got to go under at that point. But under for Garrett Cole.
Interesting. Okay. I'm interested to see that now, how that unfolds. Danny, what's another line that we got?
We have Nestor Cortez ERA 3.47. I think this is a good line for Cortez. He has been way under that in the past, but nobody thinks that's sustainable. We do. But 3.47 is his ERA. What do you guys think?
I think it's high.
I think that is high.
I'm taking the under
as well.
I think it's a good line based on what.
I think it's fair, but I'm gonna take the under, dude. It's Nestor. You don't bet against Nestor, dude.
Thank you. Exactly.
You can.
So we always say
You cannot.
everyone expects him to just like not be good, but he just never.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Dude, everyone thought he fell off last year. Remember, he had like that 5 bad stretch.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like 5-start bad stretch, and then he was just sick the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Because he's awesome, dude.
He started using his fastball more. I remember that. That was.
Yeah.
Then we got Brian. You want to take us through this last one?
This is Judge, if I'm correct, right? Yes. So the Judge line is at 45.5 homers. Crazy for that to be someone's over under. But I'm still taking the over. He's hitting 50.
I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to talk about this one. Gabe, what do you got for Judge?
Bro, he will be healthy, which means he will hit 50 home runs.
Yeah.
He's gonna have 49, actually.
49
exactly.
Yeah, but over.
Danny, what do you got?
Over. Maybe that'll tie back later too. Over.
Man, I feel like we're all taking the same kind of stances here on all these props.
Well, we are Yankee fans, so
I guess we're all gonna cash out together when they all hit. Yeah, I have the Judge over. If obviously stays healthy, I think this is a good line for him. I think he'll hit the over. I think he could hit this pretty easily for Judge, honestly. Obviously some regression. Definitely don't see 55 home runs this year. But 45.5, I'm definitely taking over on that. I think that's pretty solid value. And then we can go to our keys of the season, which I was super excited for also. Does anyone want to take the floor here?
I'll say key. No, I'll say key. I'm like, we're not doing biggest keys, but just like an important key. And mine is going to be Oswaldo Cabrera. We've talked a lot about Oswaldo Cabrera and how much we love him, how electric he is all over the field. I think he is a really big piece of this lineup, especially if he's playing all over. We know what makes him special is that he could literally play every position on the field. Did you see what he said yesterday or the other day? He said that next offseason he wants to work out a catcher just so he has more. Obviously, that might be a little bullshit, but that's awesome. I love to hear that from a young, confident kid. He looked great last year. He was good at the plate for the most part. I mean, he got off to a slow start, but he was a rookie. So you expect that, but he's great defensively. And I think he is a big key to this Yankees team.
I want to go next just because I think my key is pretty basic. My key is just simply put health. I mean, we're already seeing the injury bug with these guys. They go through an injury bug every single year. We're seeing it early this year. Obviously DJ staying healthy is a big difference for us. Rizzo's like had those back problems in the past. Rizzo's such a big piece of this lineup. Stanton. So, I think health is obviously a huge factor for us. That's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to go into specifics with that. So I'll just leave it at that.
I'll take my key. I think this is the key. You guys hear me talk about this all the time, but it is no other than David John LeMahieu. And apparently, MLB.com says that his nickname is Big Fundy. I've never heard him call that in his entire career.
Who calls him Big Fundy?
No one calls him.
MLB.com has that as his nickname for some reason. I don't know where they got that from. That's just simply not what anyone calls DJ. But I think goes without saying, DJ's hitting 371, 907 OPS in the spring, homer and 5 RBIs. He looks like old DJ again. His health and his versatility in the field, like Boone said that, he can play pretty much anywhere in the infield. And if he's healthy enough to do that and hit the way we know he can hit, like the Yankees are going to go far. I think with the exception of Aaron Judge, DJ is like my next most important guy on the team. Like when DJ's right, everything's going right. So if we get a nice full season of DJ and he's really good, like that's when the Yankees are dangerous. You guys know I love DJ. He's one of my favorite players on the team. So I'm excited for a full year of him. 2023.
Big Fundy, you guys think Aaron Judge just walks through the clubhouse and is like, "Yo, Big Fundy, what's on your mind today?"
I just looked at him and looked away.
Anyways, Gabe, what's your key to the season?
My key, I'd say, I don't know if someone said Giancarlo Stanton. I don't think
He
anyone
didn't.
said that, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, Stanton kind of gets slept on a little bit. We talked about last year. We hit like 31 homers in 110 games, which is absolutely crazy. Dude, Stanton's an absolute beast, and he's still, he's starting to get up there in age, but he could still absolutely crush the ball. I mean, if he plays 130, 135 games, you know, he could get close to 40 homers, which, he's never hit 40 homers as a Yankee, which I'd like him to do that this year. That's my goal.
Mhm.
And I mean, dude, he's a beast behind Judge, behind Rizzo. Like, don't forget like how special of a hitter he is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's great. I mean, it is crazy. You're right, though. He is kind of slept on in this lineup now with the injuries and all that. But yeah, 40 home runs for Stanton. You heard it. He's locking that in.
And that goes along with my lock of the year, Stanton over 28.5. So like we're all on the same page. If you're not taking that, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that kind of, Gabe, you created a perfect segue into our final segment here for this episode, our bold predictions. My bold prediction has to do with Stanton, so I guess I'll take the floor first. My bold prediction, I had a couple interesting bold predictions, but I wanted to narrow them down just because I think this one is pretty bold. But I like it though. I think it could happen. So I'm going with Stanton and Judge get into a home run race, and they both finish 1 and 2 respectively in Major League Baseball.
Okay,
Oh,
all of
hell
baseball,
yeah.
not just American League.
Major League Baseball altogether. I will say Judge goes 1, Stanton goes 2.
All right,
Damn.
that's a lot of home runs between the two.
That's a lot of home runs. It's a lot of home runs. I know. Obviously,
Like
health
like
has
a
its
Maris, like a Maris Mantle situation.
Yeah.
But
I
how
think
about
we could see-
150 combined home runs from them? 75 each.
That would shock me.
75 each.
Wow.
Who wants to take the floor next for their prediction?
Do you guys have an offensive one? Because I don't. So if you offense people go first.
Mine's kind of both.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so starts off, Aaron Judge will repeat as American League MVP. And I know you're thinking, that's not bold. He just did it. He could do it again. There's more. Garrett Cole will be the American League Cy Young.
Wait a minute.
There we go.
Garrett Cole. So the two biggest awards. Garrett Cole, Aaron Judge will be New York Yankees. There's more. The Yankees will clean sweep the big awards. Anthony Volpe, Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Clean
Okay.
sweep. Every big award goes to the New York Yankees. It's a clean sweep. World Series champs. Bold prediction. Book it. It's happening.
Could that be the greatest Yankee team of all time, Danny?
It might be. And because Garrett Cole, we signed Rodon this offseason to be a co-ace. He's going to prove I'm the ace of this goddamn team. He's going to come out. He's going to shove. Everybody's overlooking this Yankee rotation now that everybody's hurt. They're kind of overlooking Cole. They're shitting on the Yankees rotation. Cole's going to be like, I'm still here. I'm still the dog. I'm still the number one guy in this rotation. He's going to come out, shove, Cy Young. Garrett Cole.
So you're telling me we have the MVP.
Yep.
We have the Cy Young.
Yep.
We have the Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
And we have the Comeback Player of the Year in Josh Donaldson.
Yes.
Should be a pretty fun year for the Yankees.
You know what? And we got
Wait,
the
do we
catcher gold
even
glove, we got
beat
the first base gold glove. We got everything.
do we beat the Astros though?
No,
Or
they
we
still
still lose?
No, they don't. They don't.
They
beat the
still
Astros.
lose to
Dude,
the Astros.
we lose in 6, dude. We lose
Yeah,
in
this time
6.
it's 6 instead of 4. It's 6.
We lose in 6 to the Astros after all that.
And Volpe wasn't part of that prediction until he just made the
Oh,
roster.
just
Just added that.
All right. Well,
Okay.
go ahead, Gabe.
Oh, okay. My prediction, I don't know. I'm thinking of something on the fly. I'm gonna say Oswaldo Cabrera will have. This isn't like okay. He'll have 5 WAR or above this year.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
yeah, I mean, and also Gleyber Torres will hit over 30 home runs.
Ooh,
30. That's
Oh!
30 home runs.
Yeah, I think you
Wow.
can do it. I think it's possible.
Okay.
Oof, I don't know about that, but
I mean, listen. If
It,
any,
like I'm not saying it will happen. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be
A bold
like
prediction.
you know,
It's bold,
yeah.
you said
course.
Judge and Sam were gonna hit 75 each, so I could say Gleyber's gonna hit 30.
that's true.
no, it's supposed to be bold.
It's
It's
bold.
Alright,
Yeah,
good,
I like
good.
it.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Cabrera's gonna get a lot of at bats, so I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Playing
That'd be
all
cool. A
positions,
5+ WAR player from a guy that's playing everywhere. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's possible.
I love the Gleyber 30 homers. If that happens, then I mean we're in really good shape.
Yeah.
Mine is like really specific. I feel like you guys are gonna laugh, but it's one of my favorite players on the team that never gets mentioned. Okay. The sexy vampire Ron Marinaccio will emerge as the Yankees closer
Whoa.
Make the
Oh,
All-Star
hell
team.
yeah.
Make the All-Star team and finish top 3 in saves in the AL.
Bro, I
Wow.
love that one.
Wow. Closer.
Top 3 in saves too.
We were just talking about Ron Marinaccio before we started
They're bold.
recording.
They're bold.
Bro, wait, repeat his nickname. Just so everybody could hear again.
Oh, the sexy vampire. You guys haven't heard of that one or what?
I absolutely love that. Yeah. I think I said that.
Did you? I'm so
I don't know.
consciously reading this guy's
Oh
tweets.
my god, that's so embarrassing for you, Brian.
No, I think
Ingrained in
I
my
said that
mind.
like a while ago though, like last year. I think. I don't know. Dude,
Stuck,
yeah,
I
I
guess
love
it's stuck.
Marinaccio, bro. I love Marinaccio. He's my boy.
We're gonna need it though because the bullpen right now with the injuries and we don't know what we're getting from Clay Holmes. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need some pretty stellar play from a couple guys. So I love those. I love all those predictions. So we had the home run race. We had Rookie of the Year. We had Cy Young, MVP, Comeback Player of the Year. And then Gabe, you had the 5 WAR, and you had the Glaber 30 home runs, and Brian, you have Ron. I love that. Those are some pretty. I loved all those actually. I could see all those happen. I mean, well, that's why
They're bold, but you know,
they're bold. Yeah,
they're in reach.
super fun. Well, that essentially wraps up our episode today. Do you guys have anything else on your mind that you want to get off your chest before we go?
Good. I'm glad we got the Volpe news live. That was awesome.
Let's go. Anthony Volpe is our shortstop.
We did it.
Super exciting.
We did it, man.
Super exciting. Gabe, thank you so much for coming on the show with us today. We really appreciate it. Brian noted you as the best follow on Twitter a couple weeks ago, live on our broadcast. So seriously, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you,
should be a fun year.
No, this was so much fun. I mean, if we get like news like this every time, I mean, I gotta come on more often, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
We'd love
yeah.
to have you.
Yeah.
You want to
Thank
come
you.
on? Just
Thank
let
you
us know.
guys.
Let us
Yeah,
know.
no,
We can
for
get
sure.
you
This
on.
is awesome. Cool.
Make sure to follow Gabe, Mr. Tanaka, as Brian was calling him before he even joined.
Yeah.
Brian was calling
Mr. Tanaka.
pretty insane that we got Volpe news with Masahiro Tanaka on live with us.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Pretty unreal.
Wait, his Twitter handle is going to be in the graphic, right?
Yeah, it's in there.
And in the description below this episode,
It'll all be in there.
His Twitter will be there. Go follow.
Go follow
Cool.
Gabe, the best
Yeah.
follow on Twitter.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Spreadin the News, on Twitter at official STN Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next week when opening day is over and we have some more stuff to talk about. Should be super fun. Let's go Yankees, baby. 2023, here we come. Chase for 28.
World Series champions 2023. Let's go.
Peace out, guys.